Good afternoon, everybody, and again, welcome back again to another live show on the channel. It is match review and player ratings from yesterday's 0-0 draw away to Brighton, yesterday at the Amex Stadium. I've got Jason joining me from Keeping It Toon. How you keeping, Jason?
Yeah, not too bad. So,
Good. Well, Jason, we'll get into it. What did you make of it yesterday? Were you happy with the point?
I'll take the point. I'll quite happily take the point. I think first half we should have won it. That stupid decision on Callum Wilson when he clearly scored there. There was no contact to the head.
Yeah.
The goal should have stood. The goal line VAR should have got involved on that and said, look, it needs to happen. First half, I thought we had the Brighton team in our back pocket. We absolutely dominated that first half. For me, just for that first half alone, apart from Nick Pope, Miggy Almiron was the best player. The passes he was doing, the runs he was doing, he was really impressing me in that game. Then the second half happened, and to be honest, me personally, I was quite disappointed in that second half. Brighton
really dominated when the second half.
They did. It was complete opposite of the first half. Brighton absolutely came at us. Again, apart from Nick Pope, we should have lost that game in that second half. The way that they were constantly firing at us, I was disappointed in that second half. But yeah, I'll say a point is easy to go by 50-50 either side.
I mean, if someone asked me, would I have taken 4 points out of the 2 games, I would have snapped anyone's hand off, considering last season we were on 0 points after 2 games under you-know-who. But, I can understand the disallowed goal by Wilson. There's a lot of mixed opinions about this, where it should have stood, or the referee did make the right decision. But to me, he blew his whistle far too early. And if they're going to chalk that off, then VAR can do that for them.
Exactly.
It was far too. The whistle was far too early from the referee. But I thought our defense were very good yesterday. And Nick Pope, wow, why? There's a reason we brought this lad into the football club, and the saves he's pulling off are absolutely top draw, weren't they?
Absolutely amazing. I was umming and ahhing when he first came in. I was saying, we've had 2 Burnley players already, and they both turned out complete flops. I don't want this to be a hat trick, and for once, we're actually got a Burnley player that can actually do the job. And what a player he is! And for 10 mil, he's absolute steal.
Yeah. Absolutely, he was absolutely magnificent, and it looks like Toon Poles will be getting the free McDonald's breakfast since he kept a clean sheet for them yesterday as well. So congratulations on the Toon Poles for the free breakfast from McDonald's. So there you are. The lineup, of course, we all were a bit disappointed. Well, we're a bit gutted that Matty Targett was ruled out with a dead leg, so he didn't make the game. So in came Sven Botman on his debut, and we switched Dan Burn at the left back. What did he make of Botman's first start of the season? I thought he did very, very well. The duels apparently he was in. He won all of them.
He was brilliant. Exactly what we've signed. Exactly the player that we know he can be.
Yep.
It made me laugh how calm he was when he just had he done his challenges, got the ball clear from really worrying areas. He just kept his cool every moment. That is what you need from a player. Keep your cool, because otherwise you're going to make mistakes, and he knows that. What a player. What a player.
Yep. I mean, I was really impressed. I thought Dan Burn did well at left back as well. There was a bit of concern about that, but I thought he did very well. If Rich or Dummer were in that left back spot, I would have worried, because he would have been targeted at. But I thought Dan Burn, did very well. He's played at left back before for Brighton, and I thought I was happy with what he's doing. But I've got the feeling we'll see Matty Targett back for Manchester City. So it's either going to be Botman or Burn that's going to be put to the bench. against Manchester City on Sunday. But the fact is, Jason, we can't afford to play like that against Manchester City next Sunday because they aren't Brighton and they will absolutely rinse us completely if we play like that, like we did in the second half.
If that second half happens against City, then they're going to absolutely dominate us. They're going to. It's a game that I'm not looking forward to if that second half performance comes out.
Yep.
If we play the first half performance, then it reminds me of the game against Forest. We dominated the game, but we just couldn't find that goal until finally the deadlock was broke. Then we managed to get another goal after that. The same thing happened yesterday. We couldn't get that goal, and apart from Wilson's goal that was ruled out. We need to. That's where I do want to keep on and say we do need another striker in as soon as. Yeah, we know we need to stay calm and just trust in the owners, which we all do. But we do need that striker to come in as soon as. We need another striker with that finishing ability.
Yep, absolutely. I'll just rattle through some comments then. Mason, hope you're well. Afternoon, PD and Jason. Sorry about Friday. I wasn't feeling too well, and that's why I came off. No, it's no problem at all. Hope you feel a bit better now, Mason. Liam says, I'm happy with a point, but wish we was playing Man United next week. I God, I watched them, and they went utter catastrophe, weren't they?
Could not. And they debuted that bogey green kit.
Oh. Yeah, not a very embarrassing day for us. Yep. Ian, hope you're well. And he says, anyone get the free breakfast from McDonald's? Two Bulls would have hopefully got theirs at about now. Anyone know why Fraser wasn't on the bench? I'm not too sure.
Was he not on the bench? I thought I saw him on the bench.
Double check. I'll double check.
Another one that wasn't there was Jamal Lewis. I would have thought he might.
Jamal Lewis just thinks still carried a knock by the looks of it. No, Fraser wasn't on the bench yesterday. I'm very surprised with that. Oh. So is that another player who's picked up a knock or something?
I hope not.
Ian says, we'd love to see Bondswell on the bench for a run out at left back, but the game may have not suited. I can kind of understand. Yeah, I think you might see him in the cup game, possibly against Tranmere, possibly. That's good. Let's see. Shearer wasn't happy on match of the day about Wilson's goal being ruled out. Yeah, again, there's a lot of debate about this one. What I'm annoyed more is the whistle was blown far too early. And he just... Newcastle fans are tweeting Ferdinand thoughts. I'm loving it. Yeah, I've seen it. He's having a go at the club. But yet again, this is the same man who criticised us about Mike Ashley and said, why don't we dip in our pockets ourselves and buy the football club?
Yeah, and now it's happening to him. He doesn't like it.
Well, there you are. I thought ASM passing yesterday was well off at times, I've got to admit. Passing the ball a lot more, which he's trying to do, but some of his passing wasn't fine. The man, he was giving the ball away constantly. I thought his dribbling techniques was fine, but his passing, his final ball wasn't there.
Yeah, well, you get that feeling that maybe the heat had got to all the players. That's the only excuse I could possibly come up with. They did have their water breaks, but I don't know. The only one that really impressed me was Miggy, apart from Pope. You know, he had an amazing first half passes, getting into position, doing really well. ASM, yeah, he just didn't look like the right ASM turned up.
Yeah, and even Bruno didn't have his best game. He come out and said it himself, which is honesty from him, because I thought Brighton knew that he was going to be a threat for us, and they targeted him.
Yeah, just he got most of his passes out. You can see. I mean, Brazil's used to that type of heat, but I think it's the different style. With the pace of the Premier League, he needs to get used to that. It'll come. It'll just be a one-off. He can tuck that away, and then he'll probably smash in the hat-trick against City.
Liam says, "Don't do a tie and blame the weather." But the heat was ridiculous at times. But what did we make of the new kit that was being worn? I mean, I like it. I'm waiting for mine, but again, do you not think that looked like it clashed with Brighton's home kit at times?
That's what I thought. At the moment that they were saying, "Oh, we can't have our home second or third kit because it clashes." But that one, I think that clashed even more.
It looked like it, didn't
I
it?
really do like that kit. I'd like to see that. If it's not going to be used again, then why not use it for an away kit next season? It could be a possibility for that. And
It could be.
the dark blue and gold one, I think that wouldn't have clashed if we wore that one.
No, I don't think the white or the all white would have really clashed as well.
It's an odd one, that one. I don't get it, but the kit is a really beautiful kit.
Yep. I hate MG. This is Man United with the laughing emojis. Yep. God, I watched them and they were just, yeah. I mean, we only had one shot on target in the game yesterday as well, which slightly concerned me a little bit. Even Eddie Howe came out and said it wasn't the greatest of performance. I mean, Man City, it's going to be challenging. But do you think it's a game we can get out the way? But at least if we give it a go, that's the main thing. Rather than under Bruce, where we'll be so defensively, park 5 at the back, and try and nick something.
I don't think we'll stick 5 at the back.
No, I don't think we would.
We'll just stick to attacking. As everybody knows, as all managers knows, as defenders hate being run at. If you attack, defenders are more likely to make more mistakes if they're being run at, because they're not going to have the chance to think of a solution on the spot. So that's the best. Attack is the best form of defense. Keep attacking. Stick with that 4-3-3 formation because it works for us. It suits our style. And just go at them. Just absolutely go. It doesn't matter how big of an opponent you've got, how strong they are. Any team can beat any team on their day. Just attack them. Go full at them.
Well, that's it. If you're enjoying this show, guys, please do hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're new, or if you join the content not yet subscribed. If you would like to donate, we do have Super Chat available, and if you'd like to become a member of the channel, just click the join button as well. And Jason's channel is down in the description. Keep it a tune. Feel free to drop him a subscriber. He does some really, really good content on this channel as well. Particularly the Sinclair moments are really, really good to watch. Yep. We're up to movie comments. Are we going to finish above Man United according to Musical Magpie? So far, yes.
We're going to stay in the Premier League, unlike Man United at the rate it is.
Yeah, exactly. Man United to get relegated according to Liam. Wow. I mean, it's not like you're going to happen, I've got to admit, but imagine if that did happen.
We'd love to see it. Man United never go down the same season.
As I asked lots of people, neutral fans, do you agree with the Glazier out movements? Well, it's the fans.
Keep them in. Keep them in. I don't care about them.
Hi Peter, how you doing? According to very well, thanks. Sending yourself. Man United has just been reported for training now. Wow.
Okay.
But the fact is, I can see it being 3 defeats out of 3 because they've got Liverpool next. And they don't look like beating any team at the moment, the way they've started. Liam says,
3 coming up.
I'm expecting a defeat against Man City, but I expect to beat Wolves. See, yeah, that's a good point. Liam's just come out. We all probably know we might not get anything against Manchester City, but Wolves away, why not? Don't think they've had a good start to the season. I've got to admit. So why not go to Molineux and see if we can get something out of that, which is possible.
Yeah, I don't think we can get something out of it. I do think Wolves are one of our bogey teams, but we do tend to draw a lot with them, as we have done with Brighton. But I think we could definitely get something out of them. Bruno Lage, even though he done well with them last season, he's settled into his role at the club. But I still think we can get something against City if we dominate the way we've done last season.
Yep. Well, but we've got to be really on my game, 100%. Otherwise, we will just get taken apart as well. Niall, good to hope you well. John and Maisie Shaw on Tuesday will be a great watch as Man United got bad. Yep, Ted Hog's at the wheel sacking Rangnick when he said they needed open heart surgery. Shows their ambition. Well, yeah. Philip says we definitely rolled our luck yesterday. Nick Pope makes some terrific saves, man of the match. Yep, I agree. He was definitely my man of the match as well. The way he kept us in that game.
Definitely.
Some of the saves he was really pulling off were fantastic. Again, not to mention his distribution was really, really good again.
Love it. The moment he picks that ball up, he's instantly knows where he's putting it and just released it straight away. Instead of thinking about what's going to happen when he's got the ball, he's already thought about it before he's collected the ball. I'm going to catch it. Right, you're getting it as soon as I've got that ball. Throws it straight out, kicks it straight out. You know it. You name it. He does it. That is what I'm liking of him.
Yep, absolutely. Sean, good afternoon. Hope you're well. Pope's performance shows he's better than Pickford. He should be England #1 at this moment in time, Nick Pope. Hopefully Southgate's been watching that and he's got a big decision to make. Because Pope was outstanding. Would you rather have Anderson on or Miggy starting games? Wow.
Both, to be honest.
I think Anderson will get his chance in the Premier League at some point. But not just yet at the moment. But again, I thought Miggy did well yesterday at times as well. Will Ronaldo leave Man United? It's still a possibility. Worst thinking, they took 30 million dividends this year and loaded the club in debt. Well, there you are. Harry Maguire, definitely not 80 million captain material for Man United, baffling how he's different class captain for England. Well, yeah. It's positive for Man United, he only had a short trip home. Well, I'm not sure how far is it from Manchester to London. I'm not exactly too sure. Botman is class. Will it be able to do with Haaland next week, though? Hopefully he can. I mean, I would be looking for Botman more in the side on Sunday. I think he's quicker. He's one of the quick centre-backs we've now got. I think he goes in there along with Fabian Schär.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing.
No wonder why McTominay is called McHouse, because he gets dipped on every game. This is a good question. Will House stop Willock against Manchester City? I believe he probably will still.
When I started the season, I had Anderson starting instead of Willock alongside Joey and Bruno. I would like to see Anderson play. You could possibly see what City know how Willock plays. They played against him. They know what he's capable of. Why not put Anderson in there when they know nothing about him? What they don't know what he can do. So it could mess them up to play Anderson there, and could show what we could possibly get out of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Liam says most Man United fans live in London, and Max debate I think all Man United fans are from London. Well, yeah.
Not this one.
Gary Neville going off it on Sky yesterday with Jerry Redknapp telling him to just look at me when I'm talking to you. The highlight that made me laugh. I've seen that as well. Wow. As well. Going on to our defence yesterday as well, which again was fantastic. Particularly, we had to make 2 clearances off the line.
Oh, it was heart in mouth moment. It absolutely sunk in. I think it was the second one where they actually saw the VAR. It was just like a slight inch away from being fully over the line. That's where I think that we should have lost the game, because in that second half,
But again, it just shows we're defensively better now as well.
It does. It means that they're focused. They're gonna keep their eyes on the ball and not just think, okay, keeper's got that. It just takes you back to when Stephen Taylor done that dive, when they tried to keep the ball out, tried to blame it off as an injury.
Yep, I remember that as well. But again, Lascelles wasn't playing as well, because I think if he was in there, we would have conceded as well.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
And again, just shows that he's not good enough now for the football club, and the rest are well above him now.
Much more. I still don't see him as captain. Trippier's had the armband since the start of the season. Just give it to him on a permanent basis.
Well, there you are. It's simple as that. Is Joe Linton a bit too aggressive in midfield? Sometimes a risk getting himself sent off. Well, he did have an argy-bargy again. I think it was with March, was it?
Yeah, it was Solly March, yeah.
He's got to be careful, Joe Linton, in that way. Because there's not many people who are looking forward to facing him in the midfield. But there's someone winding him up at the same time, which is why he's going a bit like that. But he's going to have to watch out, because we'll see what happened in the friendly against Benfica, and he can run, and there is that risk that, well, he was booked for dissent, but then he was sent off for a stupid challenge after that. But again, this is what Joe Linton's all about in that midfield role.
Yeah,
in terms of using his strength.
You want that powerhouse. He is that powerhouse, and we can't afford to lose him. But he needs to maybe calm down. If he gets that tackle that aggravates him, then he just needs to have Trippier on hand or Bruno on hand. Just say, all right, just wipe it off. Just don't worry about it. Don't react to it. We need to keep you on the pitch. You go off, then we've got no one that like you on the bench that's going to be able to fill that spot.
I mean, the bench didn't look really strong enough as well.
No.
We fetched Longstaff on, Murphy, and your good old buddy within about 2 minutes left of the game.
Oh God, I still don't rate him, even though he's only played 3 minutes this season. I still don't rate him. I don't see why he gets brought on with only a couple of minutes left to play. What's he going to produce? He's going to produce nothing. Every time we went on the attack, when we burst down the wing, he's still on the halfway line trying to run. He is so slow. There was no way him getting into the box when a cross comes in or anything. 19 games, 2 goals now since he joined. I still do not rate him. This is why I want a striker, so that he is out of the damn team.
Yeah, I can imagine. Musical Magpie says, why aren't we signing Paqueta? Again, I've been getting sick of all the rumours now. I think people were getting overhyped up because he's Bruno's teammate, but is he on the owner's agenda list of getting him players in? I mean, I know we've got Shelby missing out for the first half of the season, but we've got cover in centre midfield in a way as well. Willock's in there. We've got Longstaff, whether you rate him or not. But Elliot Anderson's now going to be given an opportunity as well. Do we really still need Paqueta in? I mean, I would like him still.
I wouldn't mind him, but I've said from the moment his name was first mentioned, I don't think it's a deal that we're going for. I don't think it's going to happen in one bit. Yes, he was filmed over here with Bruno, but he's just visiting a friend. There's nothing to it.
Yep, that's it.
He's his teammate for Brazil. There's nothing else to that. Do we need to fill that position? Yeah, well, debatable. We've got Shelby, we've got Willock, we've got Anderson, we've got both Longstaffs if needed. We're going to overflow that area, so you're going to need to get rid of some, but I don't think anybody really wants any of the other players that we've got. We're not getting no offers for them.
Yep, that's it. Man United would probably be relegated with Steve Bruce in charge. Neither Man City would. Sven Botman, Solidario. I was very happy with Botman's performance. He was very good in terms of his duels. Actually came out on top with all of them. Musical Magpie says we were poor yesterday. Brighton's finishing was poor, or else we could have lost 2-0 yesterday. It could have been more than 2-0 to Brighton if they took on them opportunities, which they didn't. I think the one they're really kicking themselves over the most is the one by Gross that was missed.
Yes. Yeah, just... If it wasn't for... Yeah. Gross had a... He had a decent game. He is a player you need to keep an eye on. It could have gone anywhere. Mainly, it could have gone completely Brighton's way.
Yeah. This is an interesting question. Are we missing Shelby in midfield?
I wouldn't say we are. I think Willock's doing a decent job there. When Shelby comes back, I would probably expect him to be back in the team. We do want his passing ability back in that side.
Well, yeah, we do, don't we? Phillips says Fabian Czech, Kieran Trippier, very good defensively with the goal line clearances. Dan Bird did well against his club also. Yeah, I thought the back four did very, very well. We were just very lackluster in terms of attacking wise. I think we need more creativity up front. Brighton isn't scared of Miggy. I don't think Brighton was scared of anyone from our team yesterday. They knew they had identified Bruno as our threat. Same with ASM, Joe Linton in a way as well. And Brighton are a very good team under Graham Potter. And I think they'll be the more disappointed they didn't take the victory, that they didn't come out with the 3 points, because they had so many glorious opportunities to win the game, but they will be kicking themselves for missing those opportunities.
Yeah, Brighton don't fear us one bit. Since they've been promoted to the Premier League, they've played us 11 times. Yep. We have only won once.
Well, that's it. There you are. Will Horst start Wood against Man City to hold up the ball further up the pitch? God, I hope not.
I hope not.
We need Wilson in there, unfortunately. We need a striker and a winger more. Absolutely, we do. Newspaper transfer rumours don't really mean any guarantees. Well, they don't, do they?
No, they don't. I don't believe rumours. When rumours come up, I just brush it off until an official launch bid has gone through. Then I start taking notice, and then I'm still not going to believe anything until they're holding the shirt.
Yep. I think we should go all out for Ramos and take a chance at 21. He's the type to grow, and under Eddie Howe, he'll have a great chance to mature. I think someone like him wouldn't be a bad shout.
No, young, can score a goal, knows his stuff. Could be a future number 9 if you want to go that far. If he does well at the club, who knows? Bring in the youngsters, build a young team.
Someone just to get above Chris Wood at this rate.
Anybody.
I mean, he scored against us in the friendly game, I'm sure, and I think he scored a hat-trick in the Champions League one time. Yep. Someone like him would be good. But Elite says, Paqueta's the number 10 for Brazil. His price will skyrocket after the World Cup. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Man United are still in the Premier League. They should just all join together by the club, like Rio suggested we did. Yeah, go on. We were scouting Paqueta in November 2021, inquired January 2022 and told no. Then got Bruno. He's a baller, damn sight more than Bruno's mate. Again, we'll see, but I don't think we'll be signing Paqueta in this window now, by the looks of it. Against Man City, we need players like Murphy ahead of ASM who will actually run up and down the pitch and win the ball. Would be frustration too to see Maxi walking around if we did lose the ball. I don't think Murphy's good enough for this club now as well.
Yeah, as much as I do like Murphy and I rate him highly, yeah, he's been overly bruised. When we brought him in, he looked pretty decent. He's a actual forward player, not a defensive player. I've constantly been on about that for so long. Never stopped playing him as a wing back. He's not a wing back. He's more of a wing forward. That's where you need to play him. That's where you're going to get the best out of him. He can whip in some decent balls. He can get some of those assists. He can hit a free kick or two. He doesn't have the best of other end products, just like ASM. But yeah, I think maybe it could be time to move him on if anybody's willing to take him, or put him out on loan again with an option to buy.
Yeah, possibility. I've just read that one out. Yeah. Bruno surprisingly poor yesterday. Well, didn't have the best of his games, no. I warned about ASM yesterday. He's going to slip back into it again, but I don't think Eddie Howe will stand for it. I don't think he will. It was just his passing was all over the place yesterday. That was his downfall. Other than that, his dribbling ability was pretty good, but it's just his passing was off. When he was trying to get balls in the box, there was no one there. They were going to the Brighton players straight away as well. But again, I think Brighton identified that as a threat for us. And at times they dealt with that very well. What does Joe Linton need to do to get into the Brazilian squad for the World Cup? Isn't he better than Fred?
Oh, the Brazil manager needs to come to St James's and just take a good look at him and see exactly what he is missing out on. What a player he has been transformed into. You'd expect to see a powerhouse like him in that Brazil squad.
Murphy was good for Norwich, but then he got bruised. Yep. Will Mankiw be sold this window? That's a good question.
Again, when he first joined, I absolutely hated the fact that he was in basically his Sunderland links. But he grew on me so much. He became one hell of a player.
Yep.
I do like him. I do rate him. But now you've seen that Kraft again has been transformed into a brand new player. You're going to have Trippier, and when Trippier gets injured, Kraft's going to fill that spot.
Yep.
So Mankiw is going to drop down to third, fourth choice. He's not going to want to stand for that. He's going to want to go for first team football. Could be best to move him on,
because I think he's been an improved player at our football club. But he's gone down the pecking order now. Jacob Murphy, excellent one game, very poor the next. Just sad, just doesn't fit in our club anymore. Sadly, I think Philip's got a point there. I mean, for pre-season against Atalanta, he was frustrated the hell out of me. With all the running Wilson does as the lone striker, will he get injured sooner or later? God, I hope not.
I hope not, but he does have a injury record, so it's not a matter of if he gets injured, it's when he gets injured.
Yep, White Shot says, at what point does Wilson get a call-up? Well, there's been discussions between Eddie Howe and Gareth Southgate, so we'll wait and see on that. Will he play 5 at the back against City? I don't think he will.
I hope not. Stick to the 4-3-3, just go and attack.
Well, that's it, because you want to get at Manchester City now, don't you? Well, then. Okay, then, what we'll do now is we'll get into the player ratings now from yesterday as well. So, Jason, starting off, you can have Mr. Nick Pope.
As much as I want to give him a perfect 10, I don't believe in perfect 10. So I'll give him a 9. Brilliant distribution, amazing saves. What a player he is! Definitely gunning for that number 1 shirt. So I'm going to give him a 9. I would give him a 10, but it's going to be a 9.
That's fair enough. I would have given him a 10, but 9 I think is a very good scoring as well. He was definitely my man of the match, so I think 9's a very good score as well. So which striker do we need as soon as possible? Hopefully we can get that Ramos in. Nick Pope 10. Philip's scoring a 9 for Pope as well. Right then, I will touch on Mr. Kieran Trippier, and I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Again, that clearance off the line, he did very, very well. Indeed, a player who defensively was on his game as well and saved us in the game as well. So I'm giving Trippier an 8. Jason, you can now take Mr. Fabian Schär.
I'm going to give him a 7. Okay. 7 for Schär. He's solid defensive performance. Is probably would have gone to an 8, probably would have gone 8, but the second half just really we're all over the place there. But other than that, 7 would be fair for him.
Yep. Musical Magpie says Hope Wilson, Trippier, and make the England squad. Trippier, Phillips going to have an 8 for Trippier. Trips an 8. Phillips going an 8 for Schär. I would have given probably Fabian Schär an 8 as well, but 7 again. That's not too bad. As well. Right, I will take on our first start of the game, Mr. Sven Botman, and I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Won all the duels that he was involved with. Again, defensively, very, very solid. And I believe he could be in the starting lineup against Manchester City on Sunday. I think he would be perfect for that starting lineup against Manchester City. So I'm going to go with an 8 for Sven Botman. Trippier is the right choice for captain. Don't know why he hasn't kept Lascelles as captain and doesn't start in there. Well, there you are. Phillips going an 8 for Botman, 8 for the Botman. Yep, I think that's very good as well. Jason, you could take on who is starting the left back, Mr. Dan Burn.
I was umming and ahhing over that. I thought, yes, he has played there for Brighton, but he's not played there for us. We had Dummett on the bench. I would have thought Dummett would have come in to fill that left side, but I think Burn had a great great time. He could have actually scored, I think, early on in the first half. He held that position well. I wouldn't keep him there, though. I think we need more pace on the left. I would still rather see him in the centre, not on the left. But he done well. I'll give him a 7 again.
Fair play, yep. He missed a chance in the second half with a header as well, which he put over the bar. But other than that, I thought he did very well at left back as well. Thought my mate Tate Burns' place in the centre back position could well do. Solid 7.5 for Dan Burn on a nervy return. Phillips scoring an 8 for Burn. I think that's a good score. Israel, right, we'll go into the 3 into midfield. So I'll start off with this man. Bruno wasn't his best of performance yesterday. Admitted that himself. Brighton targeted him yesterday as one of our main threats. And yeah, wasn't one of his good games, I've got to say. So I'm going to give Bruno a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, wasn't one of his good games, and I thought they targeted him a lot, I've got to admit. So there you are. Okay, Jason, you can take Mr. Joe Linton.
Oh, I want to give him an 8. I love his attitude. He goes in for those challenges, whether he gets a foul out of it or not. He's fully committed. He makes decent passes. He's running into getting into the areas.
Yep.
Yeah, 8 for me, Joey.
Fair play. That's not bad. I thought he was doing what he's doing in terms of midfield. Phillips going for a 4 for Bruno. Wow. Ooh. Again, it wasn't one of his good performances. So, yeah. Right, and now we'll take Mr. Joe Willock. Again, the same. I'll probably go for a 5 as well. He had one opportunity which was deflected. I think that was the only shot we had on target. Actually, they're not counting the disallowed goal as shots on target. Yeah. But Joe Willock again targeted at times. So that's why I've gone for a 5 for Joe Willock as well. Did you see Bruno and Joe Linton create a partnership between them similar to combined Toyota? Yes, I agree with that. Phillips going for a 5 for Willock as well. Yep. As well. So that is the 3 in midfield. Right, Jason, you can take for the attack and 3 in front. First, you can start off with Mr. Miguel Almiron.
Based on that first half alone, passing really well, getting in position really well. My man of the match for the first half went to Miggy. I'm going to give him between a 7 and an 8. I'd say. I'll go 8. Miggy finally deserves to actually get a high score.
I mean, he had a chance which he skied over the bar, but other than that, I thought in terms of him going forward with the ball, he did very, very well. Indeed. Well, how sell Willock if we buy Paqueta? No, I don't think Eddie Howe would sell Willock. I think you'll see something in Willock now. So, right. Next player I'll take on the left-hand side of the attack, Mr. ASM. His passing was dreadful at times. Other than that, his pace was fine in terms of his dribbling ability, but his final ball was woeful, unfortunately. So I'm going to give ASM a 4 for yesterday. His passing was off. His dribbling was fine, but his passing was dreadful, and his final ball was very poor. So that's why I'll go for an ASM for 4. Phillips going for a 7 for Miggy. We need players that show Miggy's work rate. Yeah, we do. Phillips going for a 4 for ASM as well. Yeah, his passing was very disappointing yesterday. And right, Jason, you can take the final man in the middle, Mr. Callum Wilson.
I'm going to give him a 7.
Mm-hmm.
He plays his heart out. He gets the runs in. At once, I think it was the second half, he ended up doing a run down the wing.
Yep.
And put a beautiful ball in that no one got to. It's the kind of area that he needs to be in, and he could have finished that off. So how no one else was down that area doing that run for him. That goal that was disallowed, it baffles me. That should have been allowed. I think even the commentators during the game when they done replays said that should have been allowed. VAR should have got involved on that. So yeah, a 7 for Wilson. Class player. great goal scorer.
Yeah,
It's the player that we've been wanting for a long time.
absolutely. Yeah, Seb, it's frustrating. Feels like he should be brought in as a sub. I think he's worse when he's a substitute. That's my problem. Wilson a 6 for Philip. Again, that's not bad as well. Right, substitutions. So I'll start off with Sean Longstaff. Didn't do anything at all when he came on, did he?
Not really.
Didn't really do anything when he came on, so I'll go 4 for Longstaff. Jason, Mr. Jacob Murphy again. Didn't do anything when he come on.
Didn't hardly do anything. I'd probably go for a standard 5, 4-5.
Yeah. And the final man was, of you know who, which I'll take, Chris Wood, but came on with very little time remains, so I don't think we're not going to mark him. I don't think
minus 10.
You would, wouldn't you? Again. As well. So Wilson would thrive if he and Wood start games together, with Wood supplying passes and flick-ons. Yeah. Longstaff is poor. Matty here is better, but Matty's not getting a look in. That's the fortunate thing. And right then, Jason, onto the manager, Eddie Howe.
Eddie, well, I'm going to give Eddie I'm going to give him a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant first half, dominated that first half. Second half, I get all over the place. Brighton should have won that in the second half alone. Yeah. So 50-50, a 7 for me.
Yeah, I think you all picked the lineup what we expected it to be, majority of it as well. So yeah, but second half we really should have conceded goals. But thank you so much for Nick Pope and our defence for keeping us in that game at that rate. Sean and Phillips says Longstaff a 4, Murphy a 4, and Wood not applicable because he wasn't on for very long. He's given Eddie Howe a 6, fair enough. I mean, there you are. But anyways, that is the player ratings done, and we're going to wrap up the show in a moment as well. But other than that, I'm happy we've got a point, even though we should have lost the game. But 4 points from 2 games, I think that's a good start of the season as well. And we'll move on to Manchester City next Sunday, which is going to be challenging. We may not expect to get anything out of that game, but as long as we go in the game, we give it a real good goal, then we've got an opportunity. If we go defensively spot on, hopefully we can keep the scoreline really, really down. But if Lascelles play, I would fear the worst, which hoping Eddie Howe doesn't do that. But I would be looking to get Sven Botman in the start lineup against Manchester City alongside Fabian Schär. No doubt we'll see. Hopefully should see Matty Target back in the start lineup next Sunday as well.
No, should do it. Ain't going to take that long to go over a dead leg, so he should be definitely back.
Yeah, I agree, because we'll need him for his pace and his ability going up and down the flanks, and in terms of his crossing as well. This says, great job, Peter and Jason. Take care, no problem. Right, that is it for the match review show and play ratings for today. Again, been another really, really good show, and do keep an eye out for any more shows I tend to do, as well in any of the normal videos in regards possible to transfer news in regards to coming out of the club, whether it's ins and outs and just any general news coming out of the club as well, whatsoever as well. Right, guys, again, if you have enjoyed, please do stick the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Again, if you are new to the channel or if you join the content and not yet subscribed, you can still donate to the channel as well. And if you would like to consider becoming a member of the channel as well, just click the join button as well. Of course, Jason's channel, Keeping It To It, is down in the description as well. What we got coming up on the channel coming up, Jason?
Thursday, I will be joined with Elliot, my new co-host, for the preview to the City game. We'll give our thoughts on our head-to-head results between us and City, the amount of times we've played each other, see the difference between our wins to their wins, give our predictions on who we think is going to line up against them, and our score predictions. And and then unless anyone else has a Sinclair between now and then, you'll get a Sinclair Award video. But other than that, just the preview will be coming out on Thursday.
Yeah, well, there you are again. There goes. Well, again, guys, thank you so much for the day. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend as well. And I shall catch us all later. Take care of yourselves. Have a good day.
Catch you later.